We're sitting down with Chad Hoven, Senior Pastor of Horizon Community Church in Cincinnati. You recently did this series, Godonomics.
Right.
What's God's view of economy? Can you give us a brief overview? I noticed you got some beautiful flannel graph over here.
Well, we sure do. We had a lot of fun with the series at our church, and we had such a great response to it, we thought we'd like to make this available to other pastors and other churches. We talk about what would God say to Adam Smith, what would he say to John Keynes, Alan Greenspan, FDR, Karl Marx, even the IRS. What are God's principles played out in a personal, family, and even national economy? We use some high-tech stuff like the plasma screen here behind you. I do a little illusions. I make some balloon animals. And we even go old school. We got the flannel graph here on the right, just like Grandma used to use.
We spared a lot of expense on this one
we
by going
spent
with that.
no expense on this one, I think.
That's how you say it, okay.
So let me tell you a little bit about Godonomics and what it's about. Godonomics starts with producing. You produce a product, a good or a service, specifically a good. From the producing it, you have a profit. Profits are good. In society today, the idea of profiting is a bad word almost. But profiting means you made more than it cost you to produce. And in a free market society, it forces the producer, the businessman, to focus on the needs of the customer. Because if the quality and the price aren't right, you're going to go out of business. You have to put other people's needs ahead of your own to stay in business. By doing that, you bless yourself and you bless others. Producing leads to profiting. Profiting leads to savings. Savings is actual money, not borrowed money, actual money I made off of my production. From those savings, this capital investment can be used for three things. Being financially generous to the needy, to the poor, to those who aren't producing enough. I can also use my savings to invest in other jobs, other departments, other widgets, other gadgets I'm going to make. This is how job creation happens. A business produces, they profit, they have enough savings that they produce another gimmick, another gadget, another goods, and more jobs are created. And also, savings allow me to spend, which allows me to bless others because I'm buying things that they produced. Now, the opposite of this is Keynesian economics, or what I call consumeronomics. This begins with a selfish mindset. It's all about me consuming. The problem is I'm not producing anything. So where am I going to get the money? I've got to borrow it. I've got to borrow it from one of three places. Personally, a lot of us enslave ourselves to credit card debt. I borrowed money from tomorrow's labor for today's consumption. Well, what happens is I enslave myself to what Albert Einstein called the most powerful force in the universe, compounded interest, working against me. Now, America, what we do is we borrow as a nation from countries like China and Japan. In fact, if you go to U.S. Debt Clock, you can see up to the moment how indebted we are. Unfunded liabilities, we're up to $12 trillion in debt as of today. The other way we borrow is by inflating the currency. Since 1913, the U.S. dollar has lost 94 to 97% of its value, which hurts the poor, the very thing the consuming borrowing entity says they're trying to help. And the last way is by taxing the producer. What happens when you tax the producer, the small business owner, the producer in a country, they end up having less profit, less savings, so they don't invest in future jobs. So this is the difference between Keynesian economics, focused on yourself, and Godonomics, focused on blessing other people.
Wow. Well, this is 6 sessions packed with lots and lots of information. I know you will certainly enjoy Godonomics. What is God's view of our economy?